going through that session. Okay, so welcome to another, there's an app for that by the, so the Canberra chapter. My name's Jeff Mether. I'm the community leader or community champion as now being known as. So yes, welcome, but we have advertised this for the Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, Melbourne, Sydney and others. So Wellington as well for New Zealand. So we'd like to share these sessions with many other people. Today we have DevSamurai who will be talking to us. So Peter Tran is partner manager for DevSamurai. So I'll introduce Peter and the topic for today. I think what we spoke about earlier was questions, put them in the chat, but we'll come through to them later on. If there's any in there that I can answer straight away, I will do so. But thanks, Peter. If you want to introduce your crew.
Okay, thank you, Jeff, for the wonderful introduction. And hi, everyone. My name is Peter, and I'm representing DevSamurai. And alongside with me are my wonderful colleagues, Annie and Joey. And for this webinar will be, so this is the agenda for the webinars. And if you can see, please save your questions for the session. We'll host the Q&A session. And let's get started. And I'm going to introduce my colleagues, Joey, to start for the app introduction.
Thanks so much, Peter, and hi everyone. I'm Joey from DevSamurai, and I'm really excited to be here with you all today. You know, at DevSamurai, we work closely with teams who use Jira every day. And one of the most common challenges we hear is how difficult it can keep projects, resources, and timeline all in one place. So that's exactly why we are here today to walk you through how our app can simplify project portfolio management and resource management in Jira. Okay, now let's talk about our solution. I'm going to start by introducing you to ProScheduler, a solution for project management. Now let's think about your daily work as a project manager or a program manager who juggling multiple projects. You know how tricky it can be to balance tasks, resources, and deadline all in one place. And so ProScheduler is designed to make that process much easier. Okay, for the next slide, in this video, you will see how ProScheduler serves as a central hub for all your project portfolio management in Jira. If you are only managing just one project or prefer to check them separately, just open the project directly in ProScheduler. So you can see everything you need will be right there. And on the other hand, if you are managing multiple projects and want to see them all in one place, just go back to the app and create a program by adding all a project that you are managing, and then set them all together in ProScheduler. This will give you a clear big picture view of your entire program, just like what you are seeing now. And next, let's talk about the Gantt view and see how ProScheduler helps you manage projects. So with the Gantt feature, you can easily plan your work, assigning tasks, and organize them in a Jira hierarchy. Plus, you can also simply drag and drop to restructure things as you need. This is super helpful and make it easy to adjust your plan when priorities change or deadlines occur unexpectedly. And now, as a project manager, we all know how important it is to manage task dependency because even a single delay can throw off the entire schedule. And with ProScheduler, you can set up dependencies simply by dragging and dropping. And then the auto scheduling feature instantly updates all related tasks. This will help you identify risk early, ensure the project remains feasible, and stay proactive in adjusting the plan. And besides that, every project may have critical checkpoints like a release date or a client review. And in ProScheduler, you can also convert a task into a milestone, making it easier to keep your team and project and stakeholder align on what's coming up. So next, once you have built your project plan, you can save it as the baseline. From there, as project move forward, you can compare actual progress against the baseline and see whether you are still on schedule or if there are any unexpected change in your plan. And finally, one of the most important things is making sure project finish on time. That's where the critical path feature is really helpful. So in ProScheduler, with just a single click, it will highlight the sequence of tasks that could impact your overall project duration. So if one of them is delayed. As you can see now in the screen, it will highlight in the Gantt chart there. Okay, so there are still more Gantt features we could explore, like grouping, progress checking, or importing and exporting on the Gantt. But since our time is limited, so let's move on to resource planning and time checking solution. And for this part, I would like to introduce my colleague Annie, who will take over and walk you through the details.
Okay, thank you so much, Joey, for that great introduction to ProScheduler. And good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sandy, and today I'm very excited to walk you through another solution, Time Planner, Resource Capacity Planner, and Task Tracking for Jira. So this is the ideal companion to ProScheduler. All right. So Time Planner we built for the team leader with the feature like comprehensive permissions for task scheduling and a simple approval workflow for time sheet management. Now let's dive into more detail about each solution. So with Determiner, team leader can plan tasks within the schedule board, simplify time sheet management, and can manage the team capacity and productivity. So firstly, let's talk about our schedule board. So you can simply drag and drop the task to a slide item and can also adjust the daily work hour and simply see if anyone who is overloaded compared to their capacity. So it's keep everyone on track and ensure workload are balanced across the team. So for the second point, Terminal can help you simplify time sheet management with the built-in approval workflow. So team member can block time for the Jira issue, event, or custom task. Even the leader with the right permission can also lock time on their behalf. So once submitted, the time sheet go through a simple review process where the leader can easily approve or reject them. All right, moving on the team capacity. So you know that balancing workload is one of the most challenging tasks for the team leader, right? So I'm gonna give you a clear view of each person's availability and productivity. So you can easily see everyone's overload or in the use delay. All right, that's the quick look at how Terminal help team leader manage tasks, time sheets, and team capacity more effectively. So while ProScheduler is all about planning project, Terminal focus on managing team. So right now, the real question is, how do these two apps compare and where do they overlap? Now let's take a look at
Pero
now,
la ves con el mapa, con el map, si quieres.
sorry. Sorry. And so the real questions for it right now is how do these two apps compare and where do they overlap? Now let's take a quick look about our comparison, and Joey will help us to explain more about that.
Thanks, Annie. So let's take a quick comparison between ProScheduler and Time Planner. As you can see, both tools share some common features like workload management, resource planning, time checking, reports, and dashboard. And but the real difference lies in their focus and purpose. So as you know, ProScheduler is focused more on project portfolio management feature. It has a powerful Gantt chart and advanced scheduling that are great for managing project timeline. And on the other hand, time planner is designed for team, resource, and time management. It provides a comprehensive time system with approval workflow, along with cost management feature, and a clear way to manage workload. So to summarize, if your main goal is planning and scheduling projects, ProScheduler is the right choice. But if you're focused on resource management, team utilization, and cost control, then Time Planner is better fit. However, many teams may benefit from using both together since they complement each other gap. All right, now let's talk about a real work use case about permission. You know, when it comes to project planning, not every team works in the same way. For example, some teams prefer to keep things really open and collaborative, where anyone can step in and plan tasks, but others may prefer a more structured approach, where only a specific people can make changes. And with ProScheduler, the model is designed to be simple and flexible. And now let's look at this slide. ProScheduler keeps things simple with just two main permission levels, including the app admin and team admin. So basically, the app admin manage overall the app setting like capacity, holiday calendar, or other configuration. Meanwhile, team admin can only manage the team by like adding or removing a member from a team. And for regular user, they cannot change configuration. But as long as they are a part of project or team and they have the right Jira permission, they can still adjust plan directly. That means anyone involved in the work can update the timeline, move tasks, or adjust dependency right in ProScheduler. So it summarizes ProScheduler work best for teams that want to stay agile, where multiple team members can actively set the plan at the project involved. And that's it for the use case of ProScheduler. And for Time Planner, Annie, could you please to have me explain it?
Yeah, sure, Joey. Yeah, for the terminal, on the other hand, it's offer a clear and structured permission system, and this feature is perfect for team that want the accurate control over each member access. So terminal offer two main permission scheme: app permission and the team permission. Firstly, let's focus on the app permission. So these are organized into three groups. So we have in the screen, so we have the admin permission, allow full control over app setting and own functionality. Secondly, viewer permission, that's limited access, such as like viewing the order timesheets. And lastly, approval permission, focusing on reviewing and approving action like timesheets and leave requests without a full administrative access. Right, now let's move on to the team permission. So in team permission, within each team, permission are further divided into viewing permission. That means team member can see schedule, workload of the others, and then the managing permission. That means team member can create or adjust the task for the order and also can lock time for the other workload. Yeah. All right. Now we move on the Zoom permission scheme between ProScheduler and the Time Planner. You can see that in Time Planner, you can grant more detailed permission to the exact member in your team. Okay, so now the common question we hear is if tasks are already planned in ProScheduler, do we need to pre-plan them again in Time Planner? The answer is no. You only need one to plan once, and the schedule bar in Time Planner will automatically display it. So let me give you an example. This is the coordinate from our QC team, QC team leader. Our QC team leader managed a team member working across multiple projects, And each project has its own timeline and priority set by project manager, right? So he doesn't need to pre-plan those tasks. He only needs to track the QC team workload across project. And if one of the team member is overloaded, he can quickly rebalance by recalculating the task and resources. So this is the real synergy between pro scheduler and the time leader. So project manager focusing on the planning, while team leader make sure the workload are balanced across the team and the project. So next, let's moving on to our roadmap for pro scheduler and the time leader. So you can see the rest of 2025 and the come up 2026 will be very exciting, right? As we are using AI-powered robot agent to assist you when it comes to managing projects and resources. So I think this is the wrap-up for our introduction about Pro Scheduler and the time leader can address your problem in your team workflow. So I'm going to hand over to Peter for Q&A session, and thank you so much for listening.
Okay, and I believe that is the end of our presentation showcasing Pro Scheduler and Time Planner and how both apps can target the project management struggles. And so I believe it's Q&A time. By all means, please feel free to chat in the comment section, and we love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, feel free to.
And
I was just going to say, feel free to type them, or we can take you off mute, and you can also come and have a ask it live. So while that's going on, I've got a couple of questions of my own. So Peter, how long has DevSamurai been around for?
We've been around for, I believe it was since 2018, 2019.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
and we started as a Japanese base, and then we started making apps and develops. And then since we collect business struggles like time management, project management, we also make apps. Like we specialize in, we have a lot of apps, and we tend to cover all the struggles. Like we make apps for ITSM solution, test management, of course. And yeah, we have a lot of apps, and we vary from like Atlassian, Salesforce, Monday.com, etc.
Yeah, quite a big one. Hey, Lizzie, I'll just take you off mute so you can ask your question. Here we go. So I'll make you co-host so you can ask the question, so we can have a bit of back and forth. So I think you'll need to unmute if you're going to ask a question.
Then I probably can. If for you guys, if you can open your mic and speak up. If you cannot open your mic, then I can read your question out loud and ask my team for the answers. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to read from Lizzie first. We have a question from pastors and other questions as well. So Lizzie, hi team, Lizzie want to ask, can the Gantt chart show the duration at project level? Does it roll up from tasks and subtasks? I believe this question is for Pro Scheduler. Joey, can you help me?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Peter and Lizzie, for your question. In the Gantt chart view, we have an option to show project duration. So it will display the total duration in the day from the project start date to the end date. It will based on its task and subtask. So you can see it on the Gantt chart as well. Yeah, I think that will help your situation.
Okay, for the next question, Pastor, is that correct? Would you like to communicate? Would you like to be made as a co-host? And turn on your mic.
Yeah, let's Ask to unmute.
Oh, hello. Good morning for everyone. Yes, my question is related to what is the cost, the final cost for those engine, and if we need to have one special license or work with any license in Jira.
Okay, thank you so much for asking, and good morning to you as well. So, Pro Scheduler and Time Planner, they are Jira plugins. So yes, you have to require the Jira license in order to use the app. But these two apps, for the cost, I believe that our team can reach out to you via email, so we can specifically clarify the cost for you. And these two apps, you have to. Sorry. Yes. Thank you so much, Brian, for for helping out.
Brian's just posted a link in the chat with some information about the pricing. So it really depends upon your site and how many users you've got, depending upon the pricing. But if anyone doesn't know how to do that, we can certainly show you and just share a screen and go through a scenario so you can understand. So happy to do that. Okay, so Aaron's got a question there. So he's got 200 members. Can I know what members have which skills and know their team? So is there ability to sort of record skills against it?
Yes, I believe this question is for planner. So Annie, can you help me out with this question from Aaron?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Aaron. That's a right question. So if you want to track a skill and know your team, we suggest you. We recommend you can use our resources by and determiner. So determiner provide the overview of resources, skill, roles, departments, and your team. So if you want to find the member with specific skill, you can simply use the filter in the resources by. Thank you.
So I've got another question.
Yes, hope that clarifies your questions. And then I believe that we scroll past, but hi, Lekra. So the recording will be sharing by the end of the session, and then we'll reach out to you personally to share the recording. And of course, it will be posted on YouTube as well. And I believe that we have a question from Ronald. I'm going to speak out loud. So when Ronald wants to know that when he sets up the task dependency, he noticed that the dependent task shifts to the very next day. Is there a way to add a gap for 2 to 3 days instead? So I believe this question is for Pro Scheduler, right?
Yes, that's right. And thank you for your question. So by default, Pro Scheduler auto scheduling feature will move dependent tasks to the next available day on the Gantt chart when you set up dependency. But if you want to break a gap like 2 or 3 days, you can add a lead or lag time to the dependent task. Just enter the number of days you want, and the dependent task will shift accordingly. So I believe that this feature will address your concern. Yeah, thank you.
Joey, that's awesome. By the way, having the lag, etc., that's really wonderful feature. So, Pastor, did you have another question?
Yes, the last question. Is it possible to connect the data generated for these apps with Power BI dashboard?
Okay, for the Power BI, I know that a lot of you, we have a lot of similar requests, but unfortunately, we currently do not have plan to integrate with Power BI.
Can you use APIs, REST APIs at all to obtain the data, Peter? Or is it housed within the solution? Yeah.
Currently we have actually it's in our roadmap and future plan, and I believe that we both of the apps will have more we will release more API selections in upcoming 2025 and 2026. So we will release that we will release more APIs selections in the future, in near future.
Because that might be a way to connect up faster as well, I guess, from connecting up to those APIs rather than specifically for Power BI. Brian, thanks for sending the link there with links to the APIs there for Time Planner. Is there any more questions from anyone? Not at the moment. So I know we've only, okay, so Lizzie's got another question. If my team's working on multiple projects, how can I view their workload allocation? So will the workload allocation across multiple, is it dependent upon what project you're in, or will it be across the whole site?
Okay. Annie, I believe yes, I believe this question is for Time Planner.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Lizzie, for your question. So for that requirement, in a Time Planner, you can easily check the workload spent on each project by using our schedule report. So this will allow you, this will show you the percentage of utilization accumulated to each project.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just jump in for Lizzie there. So it'll be, it's associated only for the project, not for across. Oscar, you're unmuted. I'm not sure if you were trying to say something. Sorry, Andy, can I just follow up to the answer you just gave? So you'll be able to hone in for a specific project, will you, for the time for the workload allocation? Okay. Can you hone out? Can you look out and then look at that person across multiple projects, or is it just only allowed for one project?
This is for the multiple project.
Yeah, okay, great. So that's great. Excellent.
Yes, and then I like to jump in and correct myself a little bit. Hi, Pastor, thank you so much for raising the question. So I believe that in the future, we will allow to import, to integrate with Power BI using the CSV files, and it's actually in our development backlog. And then, yes, and hopefully this integration will be implemented soon.
Thank you, Peter, for the information. Thank you, Gav, Joy, Annie. Please feel free to send me an invite for that kind of event. Thank you for your information.
You're welcome. Is there any more questions that anyone has? Okay. At the moment, I can't see anyone typing. So thank you all. So Peter, Joey, Annie, thank you so much for coming through and doing your presentation. And Peter, I'm looking forward to seeing you over at Team Europe. And Annie and Joey, I have to wait till seeing you in person. Over maybe at, are you going to Team on Tour in Hong Kong in November? Maybe it's Team on Tour is a sort of like a mini event. They did it in Singapore. I was just wondering, Hong Kong's not too far away from you, But yeah, anyway, I'm planning on going over there with our Hong Kong team.
Yeah, we will probably discuss this later. And then, but currently, see you in Barcelona. And then hopefully our team can meet each other in further events in the future. Thank you so much for today, guys. Thank you, Geoff, and thank you you all for attending. We truly appreciate it.